Suppose I could be recording while I do this. It happens. Most of my characters are sitting over here right now. How apropos. I agree, the sounds are better. Granted, we're using spear right now. And of course, the visuals are wonderful. No impact, of course. Honestly, Elementalist might be one of our higher scoring ones. At least in terms of viscerality. Like, every class is going to get visual viscerality. That's pretty much guaranteed. Guild Wars 2 is definitely leaning itself towards the spectacle. What? 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 I have already fed you this morning. You have a fresh litter box. What do you want? 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 I'm sorry that you're stuck here with me. Don't worry, you'll get back to your family. At some point. I don't know when. um... I did, Kennex Cow. I even said, give me a second, and then you said, I refuse to acknowledge that. But you're right. I should go ahead and jot it down. I don't understand what he wants. Unless he's just missing home. So there's nothing I can do about it. He doesn't do this. He's not a loud cat, so he's just standing out there meowing. Jet block. Set 0. General follow order. You got it. And thank you for the sub, Kennex. Hang on. Okay, yeah, I'm right. Now he's in my lap. Hang on, hang on. Wait, wait. There you go. There you go. Maybe? I've never seen him do that before, PB Good Faith, but maybe he's gotten comfortable enough to do that? I don't know. I don't know cats. And yes, the remixes are worth looking into. There's going to be a Legion remix later this year. I highly recommend it, if you haven't poked at it. If you're wondering what an expansion remix is, it is more or less exactly what it sounds like. So, Ranger. I think that's what that is. Yeah, we're going to say yes. Thief! Thief I'm going to give a negative to Viscerality for. Yes, really. For audio design. I hate the sound of their damn guns. I always have, and I always will. I literally switched specs in part because I hated how it sounded. So now we just skip ahead to Revenant. Visuals, of course, get a positive. I wasn't joking. They're all going to get at least a positive to visuals, bare minimum. Engineer might get a few, yeah. I'm just going down the list. The only one I felt comfortable reviewing off the top of my head was the one I've played the most, which was Thief, which I just did. I do like that sound. It's nice and meaty. Yeah, Revenant's pretty sweet. I'll give you that one. It's a shame I can't stand playing it. Maybe can't stand is an exaggeration, but having gone through all the classes recently, I think Revenant is actually at the bottom for just enjoyability in playing. For me. It's because I can't rebind the buttons. And that really is the specific reason. I mean, I could rebind the buttons, but it would screw everything over. Speaking from experience. These abilities being locked over here kind of screws me over in Revenant, because so much of Revenant is over here thanks to this mechanic. which swaps your utilities. That's especially true with the spec I've got going on, because I don't not only have the red ones, I have the blue ones as well. Honestly, the lack of proper rebind support in general is one of my bigger complaints about Guild Wars 2. I think so, Bladewell. In answer to your question. Hey, Czar. Change my mind. I'm going to give Elementalist a triple, because I think it deserves it. Necro. Necro's a weird one. It's the one hand. Awesome. Certainly got the sound going. Listen to that. Visuals are fine until we get to this. I'm sorry, Reaper mode is half the visuals of Necro. I don't even care. I don't even care. Atrahexia. I mean, Greatsword is a ranged weapon on Mesmer, so... Everything's dead. Some Necro's been through here. God. Actually, Guardian has pretty decent audio, I would say. No, Trahexia. The kind of systemic rust that the Galactic Empire was practicing on behalf of Emperor Palpatine is sort of hard to properly convey. Andor's probably the best thing to ever do that in the history of Star Wars, in my opinion. No Rebel Alliance is ever going to get as bad as trying to make sure that every single person in the entire galaxy suffers to some extent or another for the sake of one person. I've played a few like that, Galdrin. 11, excuse me. Alright, Engineer. This should be an interesting one. I'm still logging in at FF11 every evening. Getting my login stuff, and then logging back out. I'm glad it takes a little time. I'm actually completely behind on my dailies in FF14. I haven't done anything in FF14 in like a week. I've barely been keeping up with my weeklies over in WoW. I get login points, which I'm told are useful. I don't remember the specifics. I'm pretty sure I do not have Hollowsmith, but I have seen it. There it is. Yep, I don't have Jack there. But that's okay, because machinists can do things like this. And despite Colgrim's assertions, I think the audio on the mech is actually pretty good. Oops, that was a person. Honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this. Machinist has just kind of been... Sorry, Engineer. Has just kind of been fitting for me. I actually haven't touched it until very recently. When Secrets of the Obscure came out. Secrets of the Obscure came out. Was the second time I ever made an Engineer. First time being at launch, of course. And... I've been really enjoying it. I look forward to playing this character during this run, actually. New classes? Revenant. And I believe that's it. Oh yeah, I was going to show off adventures. And then they were like, no, Death to you. Yeah, we actually theorized, and I look forward to being wrong on this. I have, Traxia. I even shared it with people in my Discord. Because I thought some people would be interested in that. We theorized that there will be no new classes and no new specs in whatever next expansion, and probably last expansion that they push out for Guild Wars 2. So, if anything can challenge Elementalist, it is Mesmer. Engineer actually came close. It's currently in second. But, also love the sound design of Mesmer. We'll just listen to it. Yeah, Mesmer... Sorry, Giga. I think Mesmer actually beats Ela. I think it's close. But I think we're going to put Mesmer at the top. So in terms of raw viscerality of all three categories, that would go Mesmer, Elementalist, Engineer. I need to rebind some of these shatters, because, yeah. I cannot be the only person who's always hated using function keys for class abilities. That is literally always irritating me. There's a reason I rebound F1 to G. Well, I've also noticed it depends on the layout of your keyboard, because some keyboards like group F1 and F4 to a group, some do to 5, some do everything, like the whole thing. I just find it irritating for an ability I'm supposed to use all the time. Like, I don't know, as weird as it sounds, these over here feels like these should be more F1 to F5. And these feel like these should be like 7 through 0. And yes, I realize I can rebind those. What I might do someday is get rid of these buttons. I keep debating doing that. Because a lot of my left hand right now is taken up by my mount buttons. Because all of these are bound. And the reason they're bound is because I use them all the frickin' time. You know? Oh, I forgot this one. So I'm missing one. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Point being, viscerality done. Let's do it. Let's finish vanilla. I'll type up more thoughts there later. Oh, right. Let's go ahead and update the HUD. I'm sure 3 of you care. There we go. Hi, Giga. Hi, Lynchball. Oh yeah, I can't wait to get to zones where I will give triple negatives for every single zone, and then we'll start giving negatives to those zones. That's barely a joke.
I know you. Where have you been? I haven't seen you around in a long time.
I've been away, traveling across the world.
Did you see anything interesting on your travels?
Mordremoth has already claimed too many victims. Do you think the Pale Tree will recover?
Our mother is resilient, but the Mordrim tore at her in ways we don't fully understand. We know it affected her mind. She fades in and out of awareness, but she said she was able to protect the dream from the assault.
But at what cost to herself?
Yeah, ultimately, the Tangled Depths earns the bulk of my ire. I'll freely admit that. Auric Basin is fine. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's fine, right? So, this zone is fine. This zone sucks. I don't like Verdant Brink, but it's on a whole different level from something like the Tangled Depths. Hey there. Spoke with one of the Silvari. He said the Pale Tree could wake up at any time. Glad you made it when you did. Where's Casimir? She's at Camp Resolve. Rox and Bram, too. Timmy said she was going back to school, but you never know with that kid. Are you excited to tell the Pale Tree what you know about the egg? Well, maybe she can help us find Kate. I guess I don't understand why this egg is so important. How's an egg going to help us take down Mordremoth? The Pact is about ready to leave without us. I know killing Mordremoth means a lot to you. It killed my sister. I have to ask you to trust me. Mordremoth is one battle in a greater war. You're sure the egg will help us win the war? With hindsight? Yes.
Someone's coming. Good news, hopefully. Friend, she's aware now, but we can never predict for how long. Follow me, please.
Interestingly, I think Heart of Thorns is where the story is finally going to start taking off in terms of score. Every zone I just mentioned is probably going to do pretty well on Brickwork, for example. I don't remember a lot of the plot of Heart of Thorns. As weird as that sounds. There's specific beats I remember, but there's big gaps in between those.
Mother, I've brought the Pact Commander who asked to see you.
Good. I was hoping to see you soon. The vision.
You can test all of that without going live, Czar. In fact, you should test all of that without going live. The purpose of the pre-roll for me is to let you know that the stream has started. Because, you know, not everyone's always sitting on the stream starts page, not everyone gets notifications at the right time, etc., etc. Generally speaking, when I hit start, I am already sitting here in uniform with everything set up, with everything ready to go. Occasionally I screw over that, but... Oh, that's right! The farm spots! I forgot that you had to grind in Heart of Thorns to progress. Ah, delicious negatives. Yes! Sorry. So I found the egg. Oh, what a relief. You may have just saved Tyria. Struggle's far from over, but if you've had failed to find and protect the egg, it would have been over. So, Kaith stole the egg. She has betrayed me. Kaith has the egg. Why? You're the one who must care for it, not Kaith. That's why I gave you the vision. I know, but she stole the egg and betrayed me. Oh, well, you must find her. I can help, but my powers in this regard are limited. Maybe if I knew more about her past. I'll give you memory seeds. Okay, let's do that.
Use the first seed, here in the grove. It's where Kaith's roots are. Ask me if you have any other questions about them.
Who's talking? I guess it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, this is our first hot and cold quest. I forgot they started this far back. There we go.
Oh, please, Traherne. Don't tell me you're up here contemplating the words of a long-dead centaur.
I know what you think of Ventari's tablet, but I find wisdom in it.
Do you even consider other views? Filling the heads of this new crop with only one side doesn't seem responsible.
Ventari's tenets will help them make something of themselves, my dear. All sentient beings feel that urge.
Exactly. To make something of themselves, not to live up to someone else's ideal of what they should be. Kaith, can we talk for a moment?
Sure, let's talk to Fowlin, one of the most evil people in the setting. Not as bad as Codicus, but, you know.
After the gathering today, we must corner Wynne and get her to tell us what she was talking to Mother about.
You're obsessing again. You know how we Nightblooms are about our secrets.
This is important, Kaith. She knows something that could hold sway over all Sylvari. That's not trivial.
You don't know that's true. You overheard a portion of a conversation out of context, no less.
I know. Come on, we're going to be late for the gathering.
All of that's local, Zara. Twitch doesn't give me any of that. If Mr. Red weren't distracted, I'd ask him to point out where the grind spots are exactly, so I don't forget. I don't remember how obvious it is when you've already done it. Because, to be clear, they deserve negatives. It really is, hang on, stop playing the game and go grind. It is the worst type of grind.
I imagine they're as surprised as we are that we awoke. Do you suppose they want us gone?
Don't be ridiculous.
I tried again to talk to Kiara.
Seriously, why don't you just leave her be? She doesn't want company.
Over 2 years.
Kiara was Scarlet, by the way.
We're here all alone. Just the 12.
It explains why they're so intimate with one another. I wish I'd been one of them.
The elders follow without thinking. This tablet, it's a farce. They cling to it because it tells them how to behave. But we have our own minds. We do not swallow whole the old philosophies. We are better than that. Can you meet tomorrow night to discuss the tablet? Midnight.
I'll be there. It'll be good to speak with others of a similar mind.
Yeah, by the way, there's Scarlet. Freshly bloomed, and she's already tinkering with all the mechanical stuff here.
Thank you all for coming. We're here to discuss our newly awakened and how we can best assist them.
You say assist, but you mean mold. You want to make them all into your version of good little Sylvari.
No. As firstborn, it is our responsibility to care for and guide these second-born.
The newly awakened, let's not call them second-born, could benefit from our knowledge of Ventari's tenets.
Oh, please.
I'd love to be an ant at their feet, to hear what they're saying.
There they go again, probably talking about us.
Why aren't we involved in their discussions?
It's a waste of time. The newly awakened don't need to be coddled. We didn't need anyone holding our hands or indoctrinating us with unexamined philosophies. But they're not us. Maybe Wynn is right. Maybe if we do anything, we should encourage them to think for themselves, depend on themselves. Besides, Wynn can't be trusted. She keeps secrets from ourselves. Secrets from us. That's true. She does seem to be hiding something. If Wynn knows something of import, she'll tell us. Let's not change the subject, please. We're discussing the Second-born. Are we officially calling them Second-born? That's a terrible name, Treharron. And thus, we may make official the chasm between them and us. We're all just Sylvari. We did awaken first, though.
Don't look at me that way, Wynn. You know I'm right. Whatever your secret is, I'll dig it out of you.
I have no secret. You know everything I know.
Don't lie to me. I heard you whispering to Mother. I heard you say there was something that could give unspeakable power over all Sylvari. What were you talking about?
I have to go. I'm traveling to a Centaur refuge in the Silver Wastes to research Ventari. We'll talk later, Fallon.
Elders, I bring grave news. Please, listen.
Take a deep breath, Sapling. What's your hurry?
Small, imp-like creatures. We just wanted to explore beyond Mother's roots. They appeared out of nowhere.
Asura, I'd guess. Malamedes had an encounter with them not long ago. He was lucky to survive. Where did they go?
They took them northwest into the forest. What happened? I followed them a while, but then I felt I should come get help. They said something about returning to Metrica before I lost their trail.
Kaith, Fowlin, you two had the most experience in the wild. Would you scout ahead? The Second-born are precious. We cannot allow them to be killed to assuage some ignorant race's curiosity.
At last, something we agree on, Treharron. I can't wait to teach these imps a lesson. You and me, together.
We'll rescue as many as we can. They treated Malamedes terribly. I hope they're not so harsh with this group.
They're going to remember the day they met the two of us.
I imagine the younger Sylvari don't understand the need for clothes yet because they're quite literally newly born. So, describe. They're tracking imps that had kidnapped a group of Second-born. Okay. And now to go to Metrica. Ooh.
I know, but I'm afraid all will get to see our sleeping Hylic. How boring.
Aww. Yeah, me too, Giga. I have memories, however, of doing this as the co-op person. So if this is the one I think it is, I'm pretty sure it is, this will be fun. For you. Wait patiently. Okay, you're here. Yeah, this is it. Naturally, who do they meet first amongst the Assurance? The Inquest.
Place? It's run by Inquest. We'll have to be careful. I'll watch your back while you're in the vision.
I think. Ah, it doesn't matter. We'll find out in a second. Is there a challenge mode? I don't see it. I wonder what challenge mode is for this one.
You're right. We need to go in stealthily and see if we can take them by surprise. There are too many of them to attack head-on.
Hold up a second. Why are you so interested in Carrion and his dissenters?
It's simple, really. From the moment we awakened, our mother has molded us into an idealized version of nobility. She doesn't see or care who we are, so long as we match her ideal of us.
I felt it too. The pressure to be perfect.
Yes, and the pain that comes with failing to live up to her expectations. Why can't she love us unconditionally? She claims to believe that all weeds and blossoms are equal, yet she tries to make us all into blossoms.
I love you, just as you are.
We belong together. Come on, my darling. Let's go rescue our sprouts.
Put your hand on my arm.
But if your way fails, we do it my way.
Stay close.
I'm not sure if there's a joke there, other than, you know, referring to Ashura.
Ah! Some of those animals have gotten loose!
Okay, never mind. It's not Inquest. I was wrong. Ignore me. Oh, yeah. Deja vu.
There's a guard ahead. Take it out from behind.
So a lot of these abilities are what you get as a thief. So this is kind of old hat for me. You know, the spec I abandoned because of how much I didn't have fun with it. What's our achievements here? Do something without dying and sound every alarm. Don't be detected. Interesting. It's okay. It's because you're stealthed right now, Giga.
I keep hearing things.
Great. Now we can get that gate open. Lovely. That imp didn't see a thing, because we took it down first. Now we can get in.
So each X boost gives you a specific buff. A specific different buff. You'll notice I've got 4 of them on me right now. So like this one, doubles your magic find, increases your WVW rank gain, your experience gain from kills, your gold from kills, and gives you a 10% bonus to your PvP and WVW reward track progress. It's all right there in the tooltips. I was doing some WVW grinding last night. I forgot how long it took.
Well, that's not the result I was expecting. Did I mention
Crew, we got a runner. Crew, assist me.
Oh no, we've been spotted. Cat, why do you do this? Why do you want to be in my lap? Yeah, can I move, please? Thank you. And I'm dead.
Back to work. Break's over.
Hello, Dakota. Ugh. There. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. There you go. Okay, so. Take 2. Hello, cat. There. He's now actually sitting in my lap.
Hey, I think I heard something.
No, you didn't. Hi, cat.
Those constructs look like they could detect us if we get too close.
Unexpected sound registered. Investigating. Log. Quick log. Door activated. Shutting down for diagnostics.
Yes. Can I help you, cat? Yes, I know you're stuck on me. I don't think so, Mr. Red. Is this better? There you go. People are saying I need to trim his claws, but I'm honestly too afraid to do it. He's probably also going to hate it if I do that.
What do you suppose they're doing to them? Bad things. Let me see if I can figure out this console.
There's no... Do you see? Bodies. Everywhere. What's taking you so long?
Almost got it.
They're killing them! We have to go now!
Oh, thorns! I can't open it from here. There are 2 more panels that control this door.
I am going to kill every last one of these monsters!
We can't go charging in. Our best bet is to sneak in and take them by surprise.
Back to work! Break's over!
This is actually referenced earlier in the story if you're paying attention. The Assuran first contact with the Sylvari was not good.
I swear, sneeze on that thing and it breaks.
So, I don't think I've ever gotten past this exact room while keeping stealth.
My tests on the leaf...
Not good in what way? So J. Palmer is clearly not paying attention. I don't blame you.
Alert, alert.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Oh, God. At least I have one of the best elite skills in the game. That's something. Who was at fault? The Assurans, 100%. The Assurans didn't see the Sylvari as people. They just saw a new creature arrive in their territory and immediately wanted to study them. Yeah, where are you? You're over there. Ah.
Let our people go, or we will destroy this entire place.
What is this? Who let this creature out of its cage? Someone's fired!
You monster! You're dead!
Oh, security! Security!
I'll take care of them. Go stealthily and neutralize their leader.
So, Vorp may sound familiar. We've actually met him before. He was part of the Battle for Lion's Arch, and he was also part of the initial delegation to from Radasum to Lion's Arch as part of the whole stuff back in Season 1.
Oh, almost had me there. Good thing my defense shielding is active.
Yes, one down. Wait, what?
No! Cease your attacks! I feel a strong, energetic connection between us and those constructs.
Yes, that's that Canuck.
We've learned that your kind's life force does wonders for our golem's power levels.
This stops now. These monsters will pay a steep price for their cruelty. Focus on their leader.
Hello, crew? Some reinforcements would be appreciated.
Okay, crew, your shields will protect you against the creature's attacks. Now find that creature while I maintain the shield generators. Could be anywhere. That generator malfunctioning. I nearly lost my shield.
Yes, yes, I know you're being horribly tortured. Give me a minute, would you?
No! Shield! I'm more resilient than I appear. It'll take more than that to best me. Persistent! Crew, hook the babbling one up to my golem. Immediately! Stop! Ah!
No, Canuck!
Surprisingly formidable, but this should re-establish my superiority.
I mean, it's always been a bad thing, Trax. Yeah, it's nothing new. But like, ah, really? Okay. Damn. I think it's just the filter, Jax here.
Curse you creatures! Your victory will be short-lived, I assure you.
It's okay. You were doing it to rescue Canuck. I understand, Giga.
This is real life. Pain.
Pain, humiliation, and eventually death. For us, and for them. You have to kill them.
Me? It was all in the interest of knowledge gained. You beings are an anomaly. It wasn't personal.
I am going to tear your ears off. You! Don't let it get away!
So, yeah, if it's not obvious, a lot of the Ashuras aren't evil in the traditional sense. They are just completely amoral.
No, where did it go?
Which is pretty evil.
No, it got away.
Forget that monster. It's time to go home. We have to get the injured back to safety.
I don't like being bested. I refuse to be anyone's fool. Not these horrible creatures, and certainly not Wynn's.
Stop obsessing. By now, Wynn is all the way out in the Silver Wastes. And you're not a fool.
Wynn is guarding an important secret. No one person should control our fate.
My love, you really think she knows something she's not telling us?
I know she does. She said to Mother, they can never know. It could exert unspeakable power over all Sylvari. I must know what that power is. Once the Sprouts are safe, you and I are going out to the Silver Wastes to confront her.
Yeah, so, explain. Yeah, Fallon was always kind of screwed up in the head, frankly. How much? Debatable. For reasons we won't get into just now. Because Fallon... As a reminder, in the modern times, Fallon is the head of the Nightmare Court, or the Twilight Court, or what they call themselves. The evil Sylvari. Let's just make that simple. Their primary philosophy, I think is the word I want to use there, is that all life sucks, therefore, the end. Which, I don't know what else to add to that. Life sucks, so we should make sure everyone understands that life sucks. And inflict as much pain and death as possible on the way out. So, do you know anything about Centaur settlements here? Yeah, sure. There's one up here. Thank you for your time. Let's go.
Is it true that the head of this outfit is a Sylvari?
What are you saying? Sorry, me and my Sylvari companion couldn't hear you. There's also a chicken for some reason? I mean, there was a chicken for some reason.
What do you need?
So, way north. Okay. Hey, Ambassador, can we use your script tunnels? Okay, cool. Yeah, the Nightmare Court, honestly, isn't very interesting. Then again, none of the vanilla enemy forces are very interesting. I keep ragging on the Inquest, but that's just because the Inquest is still relevant in more modern times. The Nightmare Court basically goes away as of Heart of Thorns. I don't remember if it literally goes away, but they don't have a lot of presence after it, one way or the other. The Separatists are going to get nipped in the bud in Season 3, I believe. We won't be dealing with the Svanir until Icebrood. Let's see, who does that leave? Char. Flame Legion. We'll deal with Flame Legion and Icebrood as well. So yeah, I think the Twilights are the first ones to go. So I have a bit of a beetle problem in my house. I'm glad I don't have this kind of beetle problem in my house. Don't think I can deal with that. Why would you want to ride them? Like, what insanity would prompt such a thing? The dev team has probably been working on Guild Wars 3 for years at this point, Zara. Unfortunately, nothing is really confirmed. It's all the realm of rumors and uncertainties.
I hope you don't mind that I invited some friends in case we need backup here.
Of course not. We have her now. The Centaur encampment up ahead is where Wynn's hiding. How are you so certain she'll share her secret? I'm confident the two of us can persuade her. Then why do you have the others here? Our new friends are here in case the creatures become hostile.
Why don't you do the talking with these creatures up ahead? You have a better way with strangers.
Notice she's treating the Centaurs the same way the Assurans treated the Sylvari. The same thing that enraged her. Ritlock? Gennox Cow? He also later plays Canuck. No, that's Matt Mercer. Oh, you're thinking of Flum. Yes. God, how do you spell Flum? Oh, God, I don't remember. Hang on. I know it's PH, but I don't remember the rest of it. Maybe it's just Flum with a PH. Flunt. There it is. I found it. I found it. It's Flunt. P-H-L-U-N-T. That's a good question, Evan. I don't know. Like, the problem with Guild Wars 3, the problem... Let me walk that sentence back. The problem with speculating on Guild Wars 3, and the main reason I haven't been, is it could be whatever. They could do pretty much anything they want to at this point. So the question is, what do they want to do, and what are they being mandated to do?
Live well and waste nothing.
Oh, we're looking for another of our people. Her name is Wynn. Yes, it's been a great privilege to have Wynn as our guest. She's our scout. Might I find your scout? She's at the Center Refuge. Thank you.
Look, they are like Wynn. Like the ones nurtured by Ventari's words. It must mean something to have the people of the Pale Tree among us now.
It sure does mean something.
How could Wynn live among these animals?
Again, obvious hypocrisy.
Simple beasts. They are not what they seemed. Not so much like Wynn, after all.
For real, though. Like, Fallon, shut your damn mouth. Idiot. Anyways, obvious hypocrisy is obvious. Moving on.
Our scouts have seen others of their people nearby. What is happening here?
I would say Codicus is up there, Colgrim. But those are the two that usually duke it out for me. Even Joko has layers to him. And it's really sad when you're worse than Joko, you know? You are like our friend Wynne. Are you from the Grove? Yes, we've come a great way to speak with her. Where is she? I cannot say for sure where she is now, but she should return to break bread with us later. If you don't mind, we'll wait for her here.
How do we know they aren't lying to us? Let's just go track her down.
Fallon. Lady, really? She's right there.
Well, look who's here at last.
Ah, Wynne. Look, you have visitors.
Keith, Fallon. My friends here had ancestors who knew Ventari. They're almost like cousins.
I am no kin to animals, and I am tired of Ventari's nonsense. You need to come with us now.
No, Fallon. I go where I please. And just now, it pleases me to stay among friends.
You've already dragged us halfway across Tyria to collect you, dear.
Wynne, you may remain with us as long as you wish. As our guest, you are entitled to our protection.
This is no concern of yours, my friend. Wynne is our sister.
Keith, I would have words with you. Now.
By all means, have words, Keith. Just make our point clear.
There's the troops come in to kind of add a little bit of pressure to the situation. We established this refuge to put distance between our tribe and its violent past. We'll defend ourselves if we must. There's no need for that, but we came a long way for Wynne. She's not...
You will regret doing that.
She's not property to collect, and if you have no need for violence, why have you brought soldiers here? A precaution only. These lands are hostile and unfamiliar to us. What? It is you who are hostile strangers here. We can't abide such tensions. Is that a threat? Wait, what's going on?
I need more by my side.
Keith, they've turned on me.
Oh no. Fallon might die.
No! Stop this at once! I will bring this to a swift end. I need more by my side.
You know what my favorite thing about Paolo Joko? While we're on the subject. Paolo Joko is already kind of a silly name, but he's quite proud of it. He is not so proud about his middle name, Ignatius. Why is that the sticking point? Your name's Joko. Why do you care about being called Ignatius?
If she wants a chase, so be it.
Praise Joko.
I will bring this to a swift end.
I told you they were savages.
You... Yeah, Keith is killing a lot of innocent people here because her girlfriend decided to be a paranoid freak And I mean actual paranoiac, by the way. A lot of people misuse that word when they mean cautious. Fallon has paranoia.
Win! Come back here this instant.
Leave me alone! What have you done?
No, you know we didn't want any of this.
Wind, heed my call. You cannot be allowed to escape after what you have done here.
Haze, handle this. Wind's run back to the refuge.
Oh yeah, Kaith just willingly cleaning up Fallon's mess here.
You will not escape.
Toxic relationship. We're walking. We're walking.
Cannot suffer you to live.
Okay, now that we've murdered even more innocent people. I love murdering innocent people. Yeah, apparently, Giga. Also, caps warning, Jesus.
Oh, my poor friends. I'm so sorry.
Some friend you are. They gave you shelter here so you could hide with them from us. Then you set them against us, and just look what happened. They might have overwhelmed Kaith and I, had my friends not happened along to help us.
Stop. I can't be here another moment. I won't.
Yeah, notice how Fallon is just completely reinventing things.
There she goes again.
Yeah, no, Fallon has something wrong with her. Like, she might actually be a paranoid narcissist. Which says a lot about Kaith. I mean, Kaith isn't just an enabler. Like, I'm sorry. There's being an enabler, and then there's, sure, honey, I'll murder innocent people for you. I know this is a video game, but really put that into context for a second. Wait, what? Okay, so I don't know if it's a bug or a redesign or whatever, but you know how they keep shoving the exit portal closer and closer to wherever you are? Like, we had the exit portal prompts the entire time we were fighting the Shadow Dragon, for example. Now, I'll take ownership of not actually noticing that that was an exit portal. I just saw a green thing to interact with and sort of automatically assumed it was the progress of the quest. So now we have to start all over.
I hope you don't mind that I invited some friends in case we need backup.
That's really irritating. That's really irritating. Oh my god. Hang on. It has. It's been a thing all vanilla, and it is very frustrating. Especially since just tapping F, which is what I did, by the way, was enough to make it happen.
They are like wind, like the ones nurtured by Ventari's word.
God, that was the last step, too.
How could Will live among these animals?
She mocks us as simple beasts. They are not what they seem. Not so much like wind after all.
You know what? No. I've changed my mind. So as we go in there, I'm just going to tell you what happens, okay? So if she freaks out and she runs to a door, okay? Where's the exit portal? Where's the actual exit portal? Now I can't find it. Now that I'm looking for it. So she goes to the door. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Seriously? Anyways, you talked to Kadern, whatever his stupid name is, and he said, "It was our pleasure to assist you two here. We admire your work." To which point you respond, "Our work here is nothing to take pride in." Then you talk to Marjorie, and you're like, "Oh my god, Kaith has done some really horrible stuff." And then, she figures out the symbol in front of the cave. Or rather, she doesn't figure out the symbol, excuse me. In front of the cave is like, we need to send this to Priory to figure out. And then we move on to the next episode, which I'm just going to do right now. Like, it really was. We were like one scene from the end of the goddamn mission. Why would you do that? Why would you move the checkpoint for literally a go talk to? I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I'm worthless. I get it. Moving on. Ogden believes he knows the origin of the symbol we found at the rock. He wants us to come to the Priory to see him. I want to thank you two for taking me on this journey to find Kaith. It's keeping my mind off Belinda. I know I haven't been myself but lately, but thanks. So yeah, we're not slaughtering all the innocent centaurs again. Instead, we're doing this. I do like being a fast murderer. Wait. I think I do agree that that needs an aggregate native, because you're right. I've been dodging it this whole time, and I wasn't paying attention once. I screwed up once and have to redo the entire quest as a result. If I didn't already do these back in the past, or sorry, restructure sentence. If Guild Wars 2 didn't let me skip quests, I would be stuck there having to redo the entire quest over again. And I didn't get credit for it. So I miss out on all this stuff because of that nonsense. So we'll call that an aggregate negative for that irritation. Thank you. Yeah, this would be a good time to try, Blickdwell. You have to be at the Priory.
I drew Ogden a sketch of that symbol we saw in the Silver Waste. He thinks the Priory may have something that can help us dispel the magic that's
I'll
locked.
call it a bug.
If we're lucky, it'll lead us closer to Caith and Glint's egg. Ready when you are, boss. Ogden's waiting for us inside. Lead the way.
Okay, so I noticed Bladeful is already not here. So based on that alone, I'm guessing he can't get in. We've lost him. So we'll pop back out, and then we'll pop back in. Yeah, to be clear, what I was expecting you to do was to go to this waypoint and see if you could enter the portal. Which sometimes it lets you, and sometimes it doesn't.
Did you come seeking knowledge?
Not really, no.
Balthazar, Lord of Killing and rather brutal dentistry. Is that right? Oh, Balderdash.
Yes, Balthazar, god of dentistry.
I drew Ogden a sketch of that symbol we saw in the Silver Wastes. He thinks the Priory may have something that can help us dispel the magic that's locking us out of the cave. If we're lucky, it'll lead us closer to Caith and Glint's egg. Ready when you are, boss. Ogden's waiting for us inside. Lead the way. What do you think we'll find inside that cave? That vision was from years ago.
Thank God we don't have to do the library puzzle again.
We meet again. Miss Delacroix already filled me in. Shame about the Master of Peace and the egg. It seems a magic barrier stands between you and your quarry. It belongs to the Forgotten.
I know that symbol. The Forgotten were ancient and powerful snake beings, similar in appearance to the Crate, but far more advanced and intelligent, and wielded great magic. It's known as the Forgotten Seal. I've seen something like this before in an ancient tome here in the Priory. Based on Miss Delacroix's description, I'd say you found a slot for one of their seals. So according to my records, they're sometimes used as keys. Alright. We could try to override the lock with Divine Fire. The humans' benefactors enchanted their favorite humans with their magic, perhaps even their own essence. No one knows for sure. It allowed humans to access hidden places. It could kill you. Very well, it's your death. Since you insist on going, go up to Special Collections, find the tome about it.
I'll provide help when I can. Otherwise, I'll remain here, quietly judging your progress from afar.
So, it's a symbol that was used by the Forgotten. Nice find.
So... there we go. Okay. You even saw me backtrack there, didn't you? Let's see.
Where can we find a book about dispelling barriers?
I love it. Alchemy for Bukas. Love Among the Weeds. Some of these books, I swear.
I think we're near the section on arcane magic.
Fire of the Gods. History and structure of the Trials of Ascension. That was a big thing in Guild Wars 1, by the way. It's the only reason we could really fight the Mersat. It's because we had the resistance to spectral agony. And you're probably thinking, what's spectral agony? Don't worry about it too much right now, but all you need to know is, you know how some races have like one big trick that just make them way stronger than everyone else? That was the Mersats. You familiar with Ascension? Actually, yes, I've done it. Well, you won't be ascending, but the ward keeping you from entering the cave is undoubtedly similar. Since you forgot we're sharing choices, I think that's a good sign. So, there's a wax seal in the book bearing a symbol like the one Miss Delacroix drew. If destroyed, it initiates a series of events. I'm not sure what'll happen. That's not comforting. If I'm right, you'll encounter an echo of Tarai Osa, but don't get ahead of yourself. Okay. We need relics of Osa, huh? Oh, there's Giga's Osa. Oh.
He's a cranky old boulder, isn't he? At least he's on our side.
It looks like I already have the achievement for doing this quickly, because the only achievement I have left here is begin the first trial for the Torch of Divine Fire, and that's all it says to do. That's strange. Tarai Osa was a big hero warrior dude back in the day, but he was also kind of critical in being the first one to defeat Paolo Ajoko.
Magical wards have been used throughout history to contain threats, or lock intruders out.
That's actually an interesting point, Culverman. You're right. Well, we have knockbacks. They don't care about them. It's not like some more modern games where they'll actually react to that and be like, oh my god.
Let's keep searching. What's in here?
Ah! I can't interact with it, Giga.
What's in here?
That is interesting, that it actually locks me out of interacting with something while you're interacting with something. It's also a shame in a game that has as good as combat as this, you'd think they'd allow that kind of tactical option of knocking an enemy off a group, right? Even Tor allows you to knock someone off a ledge and kill them. Tor, of all games. I don't remember where this one is. Yeah, is this the one by Ogden, maybe? I think it is.
Boss, you'd better check this out.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Well, maybe Bladeval just got it. God damn it. So. Company of the Ghostly Hero. Okay.
My people came to the desert and built a great temple. For while we labored, we were set upon by the stewards of the desert, the forgotten. They slaughtered my people, and now another ghost sits upon my throne. I beseech you, help me return to the temple.
We need to help the ghostly hero reclaim his throne. Are you ready? Here we go. I hope this works.
I was gonna say, deja vu. Oh, thank God, I'm actually a warrior. So yes, this is one of those, hey, you played Guild Wars 1, right? Missions.
You'll receive the enchantment once you've passed all 3 trials.
Seriously, this is a recreation of an entire mission back in Guild Wars 1. It's somewhat irritating mission. It's okay. There's no giant frickin' worms shooting siege weapons at us this time.
Boss!
It's fine, Giga. It's fine. There's no worms. See? See? No worms. There's just weird fire imp things. Everything's fine. There's just Gigas here. The most terrifying of all Gigas. Or I guess puddings. Wait, that's a good point. Are you a Giga or are you a pudding? Because one's the adjective, the other's the noun, but which is which?
What are these things?
Oh, hey, look, it's a giant siege worm throwing rocks at us. Can I get a lore shock for that from somebody? See, I always figured pudding was the noun, and giga was the adjective. She is a giga pudding. That would explain her predilection towards ooze. By the way, notice we're back to hold the line missions. In this case, I'm going to let it go, because it's for a different reason. It's because we're repeating a mission from 1.
We're under attack!
Oh, hello, Esmer Star. Welcome in from the heat, hopefully. Oh man, now I gotta get some pudding. By the way, I want to apologize in advance. I'm feeling pretty nauseous today. So if I have to pause to go to the bathroom for reasons I'm not going to elucidate on, that's why. She took a Dramamine already. Alright, so. Onwards. Oh, there it is. Complete the 3 trials for the Torch of the Divine Fire in 8 minutes or less. How is that physically possible?
This feels like we've taken a step back in time.
Like, it's a time-gated thing. How could we physically do that? Sorry, Connects Cow. Didn't mean to bother you. There's 1 minute of wiggle room. Okay. You know what that means. Burn, burn, burn. Jesus, Golgr.
Now you must be cleansed.
We've got 4 minutes, 50 seconds left. Hey, off the deeper end. I hope you're doing alright. Power Ranger. First of all, I love that an actual spec in this game is called Power Ranger. I'm just amused by that. Right. Shards. Yeah, so all of each of these quests is actually an entire mission back in Guild Wars 1. Yeah, they are. I'm being attacked. I can't pick the thing up. Ironically, the first one, the one we did first, was what I consider the hardest one from Guild Wars 1. It's also intended to be the first one in Guild Wars 1, although I know a lot of players who would do it last because screw that mission. Then again, Guild Wars 1 was a game where a bona fide run build was considered viable for several things. A run build, if you're wondering, is exactly what it sounds like. It's a run. Why is the exit right there? A run build is a build where everything you do is centered around running, making sure you don't get slowed, and living. And that's it. No attack capacity whatsoever. I had a run build on my warrior.
Never seen anything like that before.
No, Auralia. Blizzard tend to be kings of color theming. Like, even a perfect example is at the end of BFA when they changed what the realm of Undeath's coloration was. They showed, hey, we did it, good job. They showed it visually, right? Immediately. You could tell the visual storytelling in World of Warcraft is so good, especially in Modern WoW, that you can tell what something is just by looking at it. And they use that as a storytelling tool often. And I love it. Yep, I just have to hit F. Not here, because that'll restart the entire mission. But right here, about 10 feet away. I think I agree with Giga. I think that is an aggregate negative. That is a weird thing. It's a weird design choice there.
So I was right.
The boss passed the trials. We have what we need.
Very good. Be careful on your journey. We don't have any information on what's inside.
And yeah, by the way, the doppelganger fight was the very last step of ascending back in Guild Wars 1. That's right, Mook. You're absolutely right. They did do that in with the Veil. I mean, like it or not, I know Blade Terval hates me saying this, but WoW was pretty good on its visual storytelling axis. It's something they were pretty consistently good at, even back in old WoW. Okay, hopefully you guys got those other achievos. I think that's all the achievements in that mission for me. I'll double check. Who comes close to Warcraft in terms of color theming? That's actually a good question. I'm not sure. Oh wow, yeah, there's one. We needed to grab the food. Yeah. It gives an ascended accessory, though. Alright, anyways. Yeah, even back in vanilla, where the game looks pretty bad, honestly, they still used color distinction and visual distinction. I could see MTG, yeah. MTG is pretty good, even in the artwork, about distinguishing. And if you look into the books, same concept. We're gonna do it. We're so close. I can taste it. I can taste it. It's right there. Hang on. How close are we? How close? I need to know. I need to know. I need to see the finish line. 2. Right? No. Hang on. What's step 1? We're on Pact Assaulted. Pact Assaulted. Pact Assaulted. Yep. No. 2. I'm right. This quest, and then 1 quest after this, and then we're there. We're there. We still have the boss fight. I think that's in the Mystery Cave. What? Ah! It's okay. I managed it. Honestly, I should actually give a negative for that, too. It is a bug, truly. It's a bug for the whole game. Like, it doesn't prompt if they're not there, which makes sense. It does prompt if they're there, But if they're in the middle of loading or doing anything, actually, anything interface related, it won't give them a prompt, but it'll tell you that they're just sitting there staring at the prompt, not doing anything. That feels bug to me, right? Like, that cannot be deliberate. It might also be a spaghetti code problem, which is functionally the same thing.
Hey, over here!
Hello, Zoja. Help you?
Everyone, this is my son, Graham.
What did you say?
Yes, I see the resemblance.
Congrats. You're past all the bad stuff, Mr. Red. Sorry. I saw... You didn't know she was his mother? I saw no point in mentioning it. Bram was raised by his father. Yeah, blah, blah. Bram is... I love this. Bram has made quite a legend for himself. We cannot stop licking Bram's boots, I swear. So, Keith ran off with the egg. She came through not long ago, but she didn't stay and barely talk to us. She said she had something she had to do. If Zoja hadn't noticed her, we'd have missed her entirely. Did she see where she was going? No, only it was a matter of life or death. She took off before we could even offer to help. Don't be too angry with her. Don't be too angry with Keith? For what? Murdering dozens of innocent centaur? Or for stealing the egg right from under because she's an idiot? Oh my god, Bram just got so much cooler! Mr. Red, look! Look! Well, no, hang on. The idle animation. The idle animation. There we go. There we go. Bram is so much better now. Look! Okay, real talk. I would rather have a badass Hylic, like warrior, guardian, whatever, instead of Bram. Done. Just sold. You know, just swap that sucker out. We're good. Anyways, Keith is evil. Blah blah blah. Let's go.
Stations, everyone!
Weapons out.
Let's go! Am I the only one surprised to learn Air has secret progeny?
Nope, didn't see that one coming.
Bran is so much worse than Greymane. Honestly, and I mean this without exaggeration, the closest World of Warcraft has to Bram is the Jailer. Now, he's not that bad, obviously. But that's about the direction. Bram is often billed as being the main character of this game. And a reminder, he was the first of the new characters we met back in Season 1. Whoa, 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 whoa! Juggled to death. Ah, yeah. Good lord. So hit buttons. Holy crap. Or not. Oh my god. Quit it. You see Berserkers getting buffed next Tuesday, by the way? Oh god, that's a hell of a time to come back to WoW. Alright, let's see what's going on in WoW. Oh, it's Shadowlands. Ah! God damn it. Get me up, Jadebot. Thank you. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh my god. Yeah, there's a reason I usually review two-parters as two separate episodes, Mr. Red. Although, admittedly, a lot of that reason is called Star Trek. But I have to reinforce the North Gate. I'm going to be honest, I don't remember a two-parter Entangled, so you're probably right. That's a good question, Bladefall. I think we'll have to decide that as we're going through this. Because I do think the Sister of Takuvma is Bram's actual competition. Like, for real, no joking, no memeing, no exaggerating. Hang on, let me pull up the Streaminations tab really quick here. Let's see. Tingle. No, actually, Lord Harriman. The Jailer surpassed the Sister of Takuvma. As he should, honestly.
This isn't over yet.
Yeah, I don't see any two-parters or three-parters in Tangled. I think you're lying, Mr. Red. Why would you lie to me, sir? Yes, off the deeper end. For the longest time, it was debatable, but when we actually went through, the numbers added up. I did my due diligence on that one, too. I tried very hard to separate myself from my own negative bias towards the character, and instead just analyzed him on you know, in the game itself. And what's really funny is my opinion of him went down. Really examining him, his visuals, his presentation, his introduction, his screen time, his lines, the way other people talk about him, his interactions with the rest of the setting, actually made him worse than I ever realized on a casual glance. That is the norm, though. In my experience, when I do an actual analysis of something, it tends to go up or down. Good too. Okay, I guess I didn't. Whatever. Yeah, exactly. Ultima had an interesting voice actor and some decent presentation periodically. And I wasn't a fan of him as a villain. It? Them? I don't know. Hello, cat. Yeah, I'm curious how it'll review, Mr. Hood. I've noticed you don't like the animation, which I find admittedly fascinating, since I've talked to 3 separate people who are animators who call it one of the best animated shows they've ever seen. I wonder if this is one of those situations where being, having gone to college for it kind of changes your perspective on it. I'm just speculating, I don't know. That's true, Blade Taval. Forgive me. Both is what I mean. It's okay, we'll just call an airstrike in on our heads. That should be fine. Oh, there it is. God, I cannot see. Is anyone else having this, like, grayscale problem, or is that just me? I'll give you a specific example. Evo thinks this is the third best animated show, animated, specific animation, show she's ever seen. You can probably guess the first two. I mean, it doesn't help that the Silver Waste is kind of bland looking anyways. Absolutely, Mr. No. Yes, there you go. The original She-Ra. Now you got it. What are you doing? What? What do you want? 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 So we're going to launch a fleet to take on Mordremoth. That's what Traheron's doing. They've got an entire airship fleet, even bigger than the one we fought Zhaitan with. So to tell you why she was taking the egg, she betrayed me, obviously. Kaith is a linear thinker. She takes everything literally. If she took the egg, it's because she felt it was necessary. She does nothing without a reason. So you mean like murdering all those innocent centaur? Game, I'm not letting this go.
I'm telling you, Logan, you can't assume that Kaith knows what she's doing.
How long have we known Kaith? She doesn't think like other people, but she chose the path of good.
You saw how she hightailed it out of here to go after the egg. It had her attention the moment it was mentioned. Maybe we should tag along. Try to find Kaith.
No, Zojja, we promised to go with the Pact. They're counting on us. Morale would drop if we left now.
Reminds me of...
Don't even say it.
In Season 1, there's a bit where Twilight is walking through the library in the very, very first episode. And as she's walking, she's talking about this legend she heard about the Mare and the Moon. As she does so, she walks behind an hourglass, which then distorts her image, and across the image you see a quick phantasm of the Mare and the Moon, Nightmare Moon. When she walks past, it's gone. There's a good example of good animation in Season 1, Episode 1 even. It's pretty early on. It's when she's in the library, it's researching with Spike. As for Season 2, well, I haven't seen Season 2 recently. Although... Okay. The first scene where Fluttershy descends into a panic attack because she thinks all the other ponies are making fun of her during Hurricane Fluttershy. There's a lot of little details there. I'm not going to list all of them in this case. But a lot is done with regards to perspective, distortion, animation, how she moves, how the world warps around her, how the eyes warp around her. All of that conveys a panic attack so well that I felt the need to give a trigger warning for the scene. There you go. Boom. An example from Season 1 and Season 2 of good animation. You're kidding me. Script tunnels are closed right now? Can't I just go there? No. Okay. Like, surely it'll just let me go there, right? I can just fly over there. Surely I don't have to deal with this, right? I can bypass mechanics, right? Fight game, please stop shoving walls in my face, preventing me from progressing. Problem is, the quest says to use the tunnels, so it may not progress until I use the tunnel. Because, yeah, we're going right here, aren't we? Like, literally, right here. This is our destination. Let's go kill bandits so we can open up the tunnels. Hey, look, Hylex. Look, look, look. They're here. We have been introduced to them. Kind of. Honestly, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't hate the Silver Waste, but I'm very sick of this place, so forgive me my overall attitude here. Grinded this place to dust. I'm right. Yeah, good animation, truly good animation is in the tiny details. You see this event over here in the Far East? Drive bandits out of script territory? This is what we gotta do. And I am in the wrong place for it. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be? I think it's actually faster to just do this at this point. Well, I will not give my opinion on that, Mr. Red. I don't want to bake my opinion into yours or affect your opinion or anything like that. I don't know if I said this out loud, as nausea, but to be very clear, the two shows that actually surpass it are Arcane and Tangled. Their opinion, not mine. Opinions, I guess I should say. How the hell do we get down there? We have to go down. I know this. I remember this. But I don't know how to go down. Yes, Aurelia. Hello, Lineruth. Alright, where the hell's Giga? She's way over there. Oh, god damn it. Okay, kill everything. just kill everything.
I need help.
Yeah, you do. So if this is the event I think it is, we're going to give this a negative, by the way. Okay. So you're all dead. Right? Like, yeah, they're all dead. Okay. Game. Game. There it is. Okay, this is not the event I was thinking it is. We're good, we're good. Okay.
Kinda a lot. Can't help it. It's a problem.
I mean, pretty much. There's actually another example, Mr. Ed, but I don't remember the episode name. It's one where Fluttershy is feeding a whole bunch of animals. And I know what you're thinking, but during that scene, they apparently do something, I say apparently because it's told to me, they apparently do something very, very smart, where each animation is done on numbers, animated on 2s, animated on 6s, etc., etc. That means how many frames happen in between an animation update, I think. In other words, the more frames you're updating on, the better, right? Well, better. There's a lot of debate and argument about that, and it's a huge professional kerfuffle that I won't bore you with right now. The point is that a common trick amongst really, really good animation, like MLP, is to animate on different frames for different objects. So that beetle over there, he's animating every third. So 1, 4, 7, 10, etc. But like Giga over there, she's animating on 2s. So she's animating on 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then like say the grass here is just kind of swaying in the breeze every 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, etc. In other words, almost every frame has an animation update, but not every individual item updates every frame. Obviously, that's a lot of work, which is one of the reasons I consider it to be a positive thing, is I want to reward the amount of extra effort put in for something like that. Anyways, the scene I just mentioned, which is season 1, I believe, does exactly that, with like the rabbits, and then the flora, and then like the butterflies, and then Fluttershy herself. All of those update on a different frame thing. Let's just give that. Very technical terminology here. Oh. Exactly, Mr. Red. It also makes it look like the whole scene is 60 FPS when it is not.
This is where we're planting the last seed.
Keith was in here years ago, so it's as good a place as any.
The boss's last memory vision showed Wynne running into here. Keith and Fowling were right behind her.
If this place is of any importance, maybe we'll find something that will lead us to her.
Okay, boss. Would you like to do the honors?
Sorry, was jotting down a negative for the Silver Wastes.
Do your thing. We'll watch your back.
Can you go any faster? We've got company.
Oh no, it's the Mordrim.
Protect the boss!
It should be zone-wide, Blade Terrell, but yeah. Imagine if it wasn't.
What's happening?
Oh, hey, let me go past this thing, or if I hit F, I have to start all over again. Sorry, I'll stop bringing that up. Oh my god. Okay. I'm sorry. I said I was going to stop bringing it up, and I have immediately proven myself wrong. Look at this. She is right next to the exit portal. And I am not the only person in this game who taps F to interact with things. Look at it. If I tap F right now, what do you think's going to happen?
I guess some spells take longer than others. Thanks for opening the cave for us. Come on, boss. Let's see what's inside.
All right. I wasn't expecting that.
I'll light the way. Stay close.
Stay frosty. We're so close. We're so close. We're almost there, everyone. Vanilla. What would be the... Okay, so obviously the first thing's flavor vanilla. What would Heart of Thorns' flavor be? Like if it's an ice cream?
Great. Half the cave system knows we're here by now.
Unfortunately, I've never watched either show or rally. I've heard of them. Pistachio ice cream? Ooh. I like it. Aloe ice cream. I like that less. Could also be mint. Cactus. Yeah, I could see cactus.
What are these things?
Whatever it is, kill it!
I'm beginning to think those things were left here by the Forgotten.
Look, I like pistachio. I'm just saying. Guys, it's really good. Rox, could you move slightly faster? Like, I know you look up to Trahearn, but maybe don't emulate his move speed, too. Yeah, I almost never have pistachios. I am not that rich. Rox. Work with me here. Thank you, Giga. Another thing that used to be a strategy back in Guild Wars 1. Buff the NPCs with haste, so they hurry the hell up. It was a really common strategy, actually.
Whoa.
By wolf.
Oh my.
Oh.
Well, we're still in the bad content off the deeper end, if that gives you any consolation. What, just a chill game, Aurelia? I mean, Mega Man is usually my go-to there. Builder games in general, good builder games would also qualify. Yes, we're currently in the good part of the bad content. That's not actually an exaggeration.
What is this place?
Wait. Boss, didn't you say there was a golden location in your vision?
Does it feel like this is the place to plant the final seed? What's your intuition telling you?
Oh, 100% off the deeper end. We're in the equivalent of Burning Crusade over in WoW right now. I think that's a pretty good direct comparison. So hang on. Defeat the cave enemy and detonate every bomb plant without taking bomb damage. Ooh. Defeat the cave enemy without divine flames getting smothered. Defeat the cave enemy while avoiding all rocks. Oh, we're not getting any of those. Jeez. Should be over here somewhere. I mean, we can try. Avoid everything. Is really the message of the day there. I thought it was over here, but like, oh, okay, now it's going up again. Maybe. There we go. Oh, so actual grind? I don't enjoy grinding. That, by definition, nobody enjoys grinding, actually. So I'm not sure I understand your question at that point.
You're not leaving until you tell me the truth.
Why? Why are you doing this?
Because I need to know. We need to know. Tell me what you and Mother were talking about that day.
Fowlin, this isn't necessary.
Please, Fallon. Stop this. Please. I promised our mother I wouldn't tell anyone. Please. Let's go talk to her.
I'll make you wish you'd never left the dream, traitor.
Yeah, Fallon is diseased, is the simplest way I could put that. Like I said, paranoiac and narcissistic. The literal reason... oh my god. You're not even here! Oh my god, they're wisps! The actual reason, just to be very, very clear about this, the actual reason that she came in here, murdered a bunch of people, and is essentially holding this person at gunpoint, is because she thinks she has a secret. That's it. Gwen, just tell her what she wants to know and we can go home. She's betrayed us all, Keith. It's as clear as the tears on her face. Fowland, maybe this has gone far enough. No, it hasn't gone nearly far enough. Maybe pain will make her talk. I saw Abyssal burn patch. Watch her. I'll be back shortly. Gwen, please, I'm tired. I just want to back to the Grove. Tell her. The centaurs didn't have to die. You must see she's gone too far this time, don't you? And she's dragging you along with her. No, we had to murder those innocent people.
I can't tell her what she's asking for, Keith. You've seen what Fallon's capable of. She massacred those centaurs.
They attacked first. She had to defend herself.
No, they didn't.
Struck first. He was unarmed.
No, I don't think she'd...
She'll torture me until I tell my secret. That will be the end of our kind.
The end of Sylvari? What do you mean?
We come from the jungle, dragon. We belong to it. We're meant to serve it.
You're lying!
I saw it in my dream. And if Fallon knew, she wouldn't keep it a secret. She'd use it against Mother. When word got out, the world would see us as monsters. You know her. All she wants is power. Think. She will break me unless you kill me first. Fallon must never learn. Please, kill me now. She's coming.
I will bear your pain, sister.
Hurry.
So you could debate the centaurs, but that's definitely murder.
Kate, what have you done? Did she talk? No. Nothing of consequence.
Hey, boss. You back? Keith is here.
Really? Hang on, let me pull out my spear for this. By the way, if it's not obvious, Keith is a very divisive character in the fandom. Some people love her and some people hate her, and there's not a lot of in-between. Was that a memory seed I saw? Yes, it's one our mother gave me. Our mother. She led you to this knowledge. Why? Is it true? Which part? Did I murder one of my fellow firstborn? Do we come from an elder dragon? Yes, it's all true. Oh yeah, sorry, by the way, the actual big spoiler there. The Sylvari were built by Mordramoth to serve Mordramoth. Now, that has a lot of long-ranging consequences, at least from this part of the story. It also explains a lot about Scarlet and a few things that have happened before now. You're not who I thought you were. None of us or others perceive us to be. My actions put the future of our race squarely on my shoulders. How could you win? Kill Wynn. I released her. Wynn knew Fowlin wouldn't stop, and though I didn't want to believe it, I did too. Made a choice, and suddenly I was carrying the future of the Sylvari on my shoulders. Would Fallon have told? Maybe not first, but she'd have used it to turn some of us against the Pale Tree. Or she'd have told her nightmare courtiers. And if word got out, someone would come to destroy us all. I told her to run and never return to the Grove, so that's what she did. The Nightmare Court was forming, and she was like them. She begged me to go with her, but I refused. I loved her so much, but I would never let darkness consume me. She saw Wynn's murder as evidence I was like her, so she refused to let me go. Her love for me has been a curse. So... does Mother know what happened? Of course. She felt Wynn's death, and the dream revealed what happened. I've never seen her so heartbroken. Over time, she forgave me, but I don't think she ever gave Fallon. So now what? I know the secret too. Do you expect me to keep it to myself? It doesn't matter anymore. The secret will come out its own soon enough. Already, Sylvari have been losing control of themselves. We've seen this happen 3 times, by the way. Give me the egg.
The egg must be protected. You and I are on the same side. Don't ever forget that, my friend.
Let me say this one more time. Give me the egg! God damn it.
Boss, can you hear me? We're cut off. We'll try to help you from out here. Dragon's headed straight for you.
Jeez. Not very much warning there, was it? Oh, but I don't have it? Oh, there we go. No? Still don't have the divine. There's the divine fire. God dang it. Okay. Oh, Giga has it. Okay. I'm like, where's the frickin' fire? I think I just missed one of the achievements. I was so distracted. Did it let you do it, by the way, Giga? I just missed another achievement, too.
This may come in handy.
Okay, I love the hasted crippled animation.
Can't get out. Hit it with all you've got.
I was about to say it's an interesting fight until he literally cheated. Twice, actually, if you're paying attention. First, he had a hard HP barrier. And then second, he literally spawned invincible minions to get rid of the fire, so we had to redo the cycle. Fuck it. And no, we are not in Heart of Thorns yet, Spartan.
It's heading back underground. Use the divine fire.
I thought there was an option to turn off screen shake, but I'm not seeing it.
I'll shield you when I can.
Oh well.
I'm sensing something. The shadows are being drawn to the divine fire.
Yeah, duh. Can I get up, please?
The shadow extinguishes the fire.
This may come in handy.
Boss! Coming back out.
Its magic is weakened. I can portal us in. Hang on, guys.
Yeah, this fight is not the last fight where we will give it a negative, because it really sucks to do solo.
Glad that's over.
That was the same dragon that attacked the grove.
And it was in our dream.
You were amazing. And now Tyria has one less dragon minion to worry about. The perfect warm-up to take down Mordremoth.
We won the battle, but we lost Cave.
She fled during the attack.
I've had it with her secrets. I know my mother trusts her, but I don't. She took the egg, and we need to get it back.
We're out of memory seeds. Her guild knows her better than anyone. Destiny's Edge may have an idea of where she's gone.
We should hurry back to Camp Resolve. With everything we had to deal with here, the Pact fleet may have already launched.
So, fun little thing to chew on. The only reason we weren't with the fleet when this happened was because we were dealing with Kaith. So in a way, we owe Kaith. So yeah, they send in a not insubstantial fleet. Here's the thing about Mordremoth. They've actually already mentioned this once, so this isn't a spoiler. Mordremoth isn't like other dragons. He doesn't have a body like they do, because the entire jungle is his body. the whole jungle, by the way. Also, in case you missed that, that was a bunch of Sylvari, as part of the pact, sabotaging the ships and attacking all of them as hard as they possibly can. Because the Sylvari belong to Mordramoth, and he's just been sitting there until he could pull that trigger, which he just did. Not for the first time. We lost.
The dragon is rising. And no one in Tyria is safe from its deadly reach. But we can break free from destiny. It will require strength, strategy, and insight.
I don't know why the cutscene's so quiet.
They belong to the dragon now. Stop treating us like monsters. We are not the enemy.
We take the fight to Mordramoth!
And yes, that was the trailer for Heart of Thorns. If it wasn't obvious. Meanwhile, a crab, for some reason. So, I've been trying very hard not to actually zip into this zone very often, but if you ever wondered why the Orin Basin is absolutely covered... Shut up. It's absolutely covered in ruins and, like, just on fire wreckages of airships. That's why. But we're not quite done yet. Hang on, hang on. No. I'm going to say that with a big hesitant question mark, J. Palmer. Dragons are question mark. Let's put it that way. Each dragon is kind of doing their own thing for their own reasons. Remember, we've only encountered 2 dragons so far. We haven't even talked with Mordramoth. Don't worry, he has lions, unlike Zhaitan. What? Oh, it just shoved me into Heart of Thorns. Okay, so we are done. We're actually done, Z's. No really, no really, no really. We did it. We have done vanilla. Okay. 17 streams. Oh my god. I think that might be our longest. Oh! Alright, who's ready to see how it reviews? Let me do a little bit of auditing first. J. Palmer, I haven't even calculated it yet. Hang on, hang on. I've got to audit first. Okay, so. Let's see. Story. Yep, there we go. So it's 2 more MSQ. I suppose that's true. Although I think some of these guesses are for the whole game, not just vanilla. Next up, more Guild Wars. Hopefully stuff that's better. The good news is, in Heart of Thorns, almost all the things I'm going to be giving negatives for, we actually have the ability to skip past. The negatives will still be there, of course. But trust me, playing as a new player is so much worse. Let me make that more clear next time. Okay, so let me jot down some numbers. Okay, back to the audit. Back to the audit. Don't worry about any of the metas. We've done the only one I care about already. Dragon Stand. Okay, nothing new there. But, yep, that's what I thought. Couple new negatives here. Cat. Cat! Stop it! Thank you. I'll give you scritches, if you want scritches. But I bought you a frickin' scratching post. Use that. I've even demonstrated it for you and with you. That's hilarious, Jay Palmer. Awful, but hilarious. Okay, bug. Check. Quality of life. It's over in the queues. There it is. Check. Replayability for vanilla. I mean, you can. It's possible. There's a bunch of alternate story stuff you can see. Remember, it takes 90 characters to see all the story. 90. That's not actually a joke. Someone else figured it out. You can also skip it completely, which is great. All right, so that means, let me figure some stuff out here. Whoops. No. Where's my... Ugh. There. It's okay, you don't have to do the whole vanilla campaign with 90 characters, but you do need to roll 90 characters. It's not actually a joke. Okay, so that is 49 positives. Let me start jotting these down here. And then... to story. And then 63 negatives. Okay. Gameplay-wise, let's see. Here we go. Gameplay-wise, we have 9 positives. Okay. Oh my god, Eben, why are you putting yourself through that? What horrible thing? What siren has tempted you to map completion? $84 negatives. Okay. Okay. That's a couple. Map completion is mandatory for most of the legendaries. Now, each map complete gets you 2, so you can get 2 legendaries out of doing the map. But that's the only positive side to any of that nonsense. I was actually thinking about it. I'm very, 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 very close to having Sunrise, but then I realized if I ever want Exordium or any other legendary, I'm going to have to do the map again. And I'm never doing that again. So I might just settle for Sunrise and move on with my life. I'll double... You know what? Hang on. Hang on, hang on. I'll just look right now. You're right. It's actually Gift of the Mists instead. I think? Hang on. Let me read this whole thing. So, 2 condensed might, 2 condensed magic, 77 clovers, 250 coins, Gift of Glory, Gift of Battle, Gift of War, Cube of Stabilized Energy, 100 Mystic Stones, 100 Shards of Exeter, Gift of Metal, Gift of Maguma, Gift of Insights, Bloodstone Shard, 250 things. I think Gig is actually right. I think I actually don't need it for that. Huh. Well, never mind. I assumed it was for all of them, because it's just such a standardized thing. Exordium's back on the table! If finish out the rep grind. Alright, so back to numbers. So that was 9 positives and 84 negatives. Okay. I could also go for an arena weapon, but honestly, I don't care for most of the arena weapons. I mean, they're fine. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, set 2 legendary weapons look very cool and are extremely irritating to procure. Also, cannot be traded, so there's no shortcutting that if you want to just dump money or gold on them. Like, you can buy Sunrise. You can sell Sunrise, for that matter. Can't buy Exordium. Give me 1 second. I apologize. I did most of this audit this morning. That's why I was late for starting, actually. I think you're right, Evan. You might also explain why I have that. You do still need to do WVW. Straight up mandatory. There is no other way to get the Gift of Battle. And I'm pretty sure all the weapons require Gift of Battle. Okay. Numbers. You can, Eitri, but, I mean, it's still hours of boredom. Yeah, exactly, Colgrim. WVW is just boring. Yes, all of them, J. Palmer. What if I can only pick one? FF6. So, if anybody want to give a guess for how long vanilla was, this is the adjusted time to account for, you know, pauses and the like. Too many. 56.58 hours. And that is a pretty chunky chunk of time. To put that into a little bit of perspective, that's shorter than, say, all of FF16 was, but that's longer than GTA 5. Longer than Grounded, longer than God of War 5. It's a lot of G's, so I'm looking at games around here. That's actually pretty short by FF14 standards. That would be the shortest expansion in FF14. By WoW's standards, let me scroll down a little bit here. That surpasses Pandaria, Warlords, and actually that's it. So it's a little bit longer than I was expecting, if I might be honest. Yeah, the whole thing, I was just talking to Mr. Red about this morning. You can tell it's a good work of fiction because it feels fast. You can tell it's a bad work of fiction because it feels slow. It feels like it drags, right? If you're ever watching an episode of television and you find yourself looking at the clock like, how much is left? And it's like, oh my god, I'm only halfway through. Bad episode. If you find yourself thinking, wait, it's already over? Good episode. All of this is, of course, assuming you're actually engaged enough to be paying attention. According to Netflix, none of us are, but you get my point. Yeah, Path of Fire. I'm curious how long they're actually going to be. So, Blade Terval, you win by default by being the only person who guessed a negative number. So, I'm just going to jot that down really quick. Star Ocean 2R. Dragon Age 4. Pokemon Violet. Yeah, I would say there's only one bad thing of Path and Fire. It's Bram, by the way. Just gonna give that away. There. Documents back open. Guild Wars 2 Vanilla. Plus 49 to story. Honestly, that's better than I was expecting, but there was some legitimately interesting story stuff in the game, so that makes sense. There's some logic to that. There's some good visual stuff every now and again, and some interesting characters and some interesting plot moments. And remember, we usually put spectacle under story axis. So a lot of the big, flashy, spectacle-y stuff was under story, which boosted as well. That's going to be a continuing trend. Gameplay. Negative 75. I think that speaks for itself, to be quite frank. Honestly, and I want to be very clear about this, the only reason it's that little, like that less of negatives, is because we are only reviewing the MSQ. If you've actually read the document, I don't blame you. I know there's a lot of dialogue, or a lot of text there to read. I made it a point in the document to make it clear that we were only covering MSQ-related stuff, because there's several zones I didn't even look at. Hearts, several hearts that I didn't even look at. You know, there's whole chunks of content I was just like, no, we're just going to pretend that doesn't exist, because we're just reviewing the MSQ content. So for story, how much longer would it be? Oh my god. A bare minimum of another week, just of vanilla. So for story, that's 0.8 positives per hour, which is actually really good. And on gameplay, that is 1.3 negatives per hour. For story, that's a ratio of... That's wrong. Hang on. I wrote down the wrong number. The net story score is negative 14. The 49 were the positives, which I wrote down because part of the math is dividing positives by totals. 49 divided by 112. The moment I noticed that the story positive ratio was below 50%, was the moment I noticed something was wrong there. Let's try that again. Net story, negative 14. This still makes sense. I still stand by it. I mean, everything to do with the dungeon quest chain. Enough said. That is a 43% ratio. That's what I was just looking at, which just corrected me there. The gameplay is negative 75, which is a 9.68% ratio. That is negative 0.25 story negatives per hour, and then 1.33. Can I get a small drum roll, please? Let me look up BC's score for no reason. Okay. So for a bit of perspective, Burning Crusade scored a negative 304. Okay. Guild Wars 2 Vanilla scored negative 284. That is surprisingly close. Could you stop, please? That is surprisingly close to BC in terms of overall quality. And once again, it's only that good because we were covering just the MSQ. Yes, Mook, by a pretty wide margin. So once again, Blade Chaval is still the winner. He's the only one who gets negative. He's the only one. Oh, man. Yeah, that tracks, honestly. If I covered everything, oh, Jesus. So let's be clear, there are no additional positives. There's nothing but negatives. Now, I'm not sure there's any additional story negatives, because most of the additional story isn't, right? It's like, oh my god, we've got to fight these ogres, and that's the story. It's nothing. It's just tasks, right? So that doesn't count. So I don't think the story score would change 1 inch. Gameplay-wise? So we've got like this zone, and we've got this zone, and all of these zones over here we could cover. We didn't really cover several of these zones down here. And, gosh, what else? I'm not sure what else off the top of my head because I didn't math it out. I didn't figure out what content would count for vanilla. But yeah, like, it would not be great, so just very, very rough off the top of my head, it would probably be a negative 376 golden number. That's literally right off the top of my head. Which would surpass BC, which is correct, because it would. Now, here's the good news. Just like BC, all of this is totally skippable. And you totally should skip all of this. Okay, I'm going to take a very early lunch break. And by lunch, I mean hopefully not losing mine. Because I am very dizzy and very nauseous. When I come back, we'll go ahead and hit up Heart of Thorns. And see how much better that does. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit better. Also, Jay Palmer says, which would I rather play? Burning Crusade or Vanilla Guild Wars 2? Burning Crusade. 100%. I'll see you.